If you keep facing the same hardship over and over again, don't be quick to think Allah has turned away from you. Don't assume He's forgotten you. The truth is often the opposite. Allah is preparing you for something greater than what you can see right now. Every pain, every delay, every tear you've cried in silence, none of it has been wasted. None of it has been unseen. You may not understand why it keeps happening, but Allah knows what you do not. He sees what you cannot. What you call a burden, He calls a building process. What you think is breaking you is, in reality, shaping you. Sometimes you ask, why does this keep happening to me? You try to do the right thing, you try to stay patient, but the storm never seems to pass. And it's in these moments the whispers begin, telling you to give up, to walk away, to stop believing, but this is where you must hold on tighter than ever before, because the pain that keeps repeating itself isn't there to destroy you, it's there to prepare you for a breakthrough you haven't even imagined. Have you ever noticed how the strongest trees are the ones that grew through the harshest winds? The tallest mountains were formed through pressure, and the most faithful hearts, those that truly trust in Allah, are often the ones who've been tested the most. These trials you're facing are not a sign that you are forgotten. They are a sign that you are being chosen. You are being trusted with a test because Allah wants to elevate you, not break you. And yes, it's exhausting. Waiting is exhausting. Being misunderstood is exhausting. Trying your best and still watching things fall apart is exhausting. But remember this, endurance in the face of trials is not weakness. It is one of the greatest signs of strength. And in the eyes of Allah, it is beloved. If you've been praying for a way out and it hasn't come, maybe it's because Allah's not trying to take you out. He's trying to take you through. He's developing your patience. He's increasing your reliance. He's growing your faith, even in the silence. Every hardship you go through carries a message. You're almost there. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe it doesn't feel like it. But something is happening behind the scenes. Every delay is arranging your destiny. Every tear is watering your future. Allah does not allow His servant to suffer without purpose. He is the most just, the most merciful, and the most wise. So don't quit. Don't collapse under the weight of what you're going through. Get on your knees. Pour your heart out to your Creator and keep walking, because the same trial that's wearing you down today will be the reason you rise tomorrow. If you keep facing it, it's because you're close. Your breakthrough is near. And Allah never wastes the struggle of the patient. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. Keep going. Keep believing. Because if Allah is testing you repeatedly, He is preparing you deeply for a blessing that will be worth every tear, every prayer, and every moment you didn't give up. When you go through tests in life, whether they come in the form of heartbreak, failure, rejection, or hardship, it's easy to believe that you're being punished or abandoned. But the truth is far more profound and comforting. Your tests are not signs of neglect. They are signs of divine preparation. They are the evidence that you are being shaped for something greater. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows what lies ahead for you. He sees the future you cannot see. And to prepare you for that future, He allows you to go through experiences that may not make sense right now, but are necessary for who you are becoming. Think about it. No champion becomes strong without resistance. No warrior becomes fearless without facing battles. No believer becomes deeply faithful without being tested in their belief. The struggles you are going through are not random. They are specifically tailored for your growth. What you are facing is not designed to break you, but to build in you the strength, patience, and character you will need for the next stage of your life. This is how Allah molds the hearts of His servants, through moments that demand courage, endurance, and trust. You may feel like you're being pushed beyond your limits. You may be tired of repeating the same struggle, but this is where real transformation happens. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Pure gold is purified in fire, and the human soul reaches its finest form through hardship. If you are being tested over and over again, it's not because you're unworthy, it's because you are being made ready. It may not look like preparation right now, it may look like chaos, but Allah doesn't waste anything. Every delay, every disappointment, every difficult moment is part of a larger plan that is setting you up for something far beyond your imagination. So don't curse the test, don't wish it away too quickly, because what you're learning, what you're becoming through it, is exactly what you'll need when your breakthrough comes. What feels like a storm today may turn out to be the very wind that pushes your ship to shore. Hold on. Allah is preparing you, and His preparation is never without purpose. The struggle you're facing right now may feel unbearable. It may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and no one truly understands what you're going through. You've cried in secret, questioned your strength, and wondered how much longer you can hold on. But know this with certainty: the greater the struggle, the greater the breakthrough that's coming. In this life, ease does not precede growth. Before every rise, there is resistance. Before every bloom, there is a season of burial. The deeper the pain, the higher the purpose. Every time life becomes more difficult, it's not because you're being pushed away from your dreams, it's because you're being pushed through the narrow passage that leads to them. The more intense the test, the more powerful the outcome that awaits. If you feel like you're being stretched, it's because Allah is expanding your capacity. He is strengthening your foundation so you can carry the blessing that is on its way. Sometimes the struggle feels endless. You look around and see others moving forward, succeeding, resting, while you are still climbing. But remember, Allah customizes each journey. The difficulty you are facing is in proportion to the greatness of the calling He has written for you. It's easy to want the reward without the pain. We all wish for the breakthrough to come quickly, without the long nights, the failed attempts, the doors that don't open. But that's not how the soul is built. That's not how endurance is learned. The struggle isn't a detour, it's the road itself. It's the fire that refines you, the wind that teaches you to stand, and the silence that strengthens your trust in Allah. The very hardship that you think is holding you back is actually pushing you forward in faith, forward in strength, forward in your purpose. Do not mistake delay for denial. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's wrong. Just because you haven't arrived yet doesn't mean you're lost. In fact, the intensity of your trial might just be the proof that something extraordinary is coming. Allah never burdens a soul beyond what it can bear, and He never allows pain without a promise. So if the struggle is great, prepare yourself, because so is the breakthrough. Pain is one of the most difficult parts of life to understand. It enters our lives uninvited, stays longer than we want, and often leaves us wondering why it had to happen at all. But when we look at pain through the lens of faith, we begin to see that it's not meaningless. It's not random. Your pain has a purpose in the plan of Allah. He does not allow a single moment of your suffering to go unnoticed. He does not permit even one tear to fall without reason. In His divine wisdom, every hardship you face, every heartache you endure, is part of a bigger picture, one that is unfolding in perfect time. Sometimes we think that if something hurts, it must be wrong, but in reality, pain is often a sign of growth. Just as muscles are torn before they become stronger, the soul is tested before it is elevated. The pain you are feeling may be the tool Allah is using to awaken something deep inside of you, something you didn't even know existed. It could be patience, gratitude, humility, or complete reliance on Him. Pain often strips away our false sources of comfort so that we finally turn to the only one who can truly heal us. When life wounds you, when people betray you, when dreams fall apart, it's natural to question why. But the answer is not always immediate, and sometimes it's not even given in this life. What you must hold on to is the truth that Allah is never unjust. He never afflicts you except to bring about a benefit that outweighs the pain. Even the trials that seem senseless to us are laced with divine wisdom. Your heartbreak could be protecting you from something worse. Your loss could be clearing the path for something greater. Your loneliness could be drawing you nearer to Allah in a way comfort never could. The prophet said, "No fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a Muslim, even if it were the prick he receives from a thorn, but that Allah expiates some of his sins for that." This is proof that pain is not wasted. It is purified, it is accounted for, and above all, it is purposeful. So when the pain becomes too heavy to bear, remember who allowed it, and know that the same one who allowed it will use it for your ultimate good. When life becomes overwhelming and nothing seems to make sense, faith becomes more than just a word. It becomes your lifeline. It's easy to trust when things are going well, when doors are opening and prayers are being answered quickly. But real faith is tested when the answers don't come, when the nights are long, and when you're surrounded by silence. It's in these moments, when you have every reason to doubt, yet you choose to believe, that something powerful happens. Faith during trials unlocks divine intervention in ways the human mind cannot always comprehend. When you stand firm in the middle of your storm, not because you see the solution, but because you trust the one who controls the storm, you attract a special kind of help from Allah. You may not see it right away. It may not come in the form you expected, but when you continue to believe, despite the pain, despite the delay, despite the fear, you are opening the door for miracles that only patience and surrender can unlock. It is in the darkest moments that the brightest light can enter, and often that light is only visible to those who wait with their hearts anchored in trust. Faith isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about knowing that even when it's not, Allah is still in control. It's about praying when you feel broken, showing up when you feel weak, and trusting that your tears are not falling in vain. The Quran reminds us again and again that those who believe, who are patient, and who remain steadfast during hardship are the ones who are closest to divine mercy. They are the ones who see blessings where others see burdens. They are the ones who witness change in the unseen. The moment you turn to Allah with sincerity, especially during your lowest points, you shift the reality around you. Allah promises in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah is with the patient." That is not just a statement of comfort, it's a declaration of divine presence. To have Allah with you in your trial is to have the greatest power in existence on your side. So when everything around you says give up, but your heart says keep going for the sake of your Lord, that is where divine intervention begins. Keep your faith alive, even if it's hanging by a thread, because with Allah, even a thread of sincere belief is enough to change everything. In conclusion, no matter how hard the journey may seem, remember this: every test, every struggle, every moment of pain is not in vain. They are signs that Allah is preparing you, strengthening you, and positioning you for a breakthrough that will surpass all your expectations. The harder the struggle, the greater the breakthrough that awaits you. And through it all, your faith in Allah during your trials will unlock the divine intervention you need, even when the way ahead seems unclear. Trust that every tear, every setback, and every unanswered prayer is part of the divine plan. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, is working behind the scenes for your good. Keep holding on to Him, keep trusting in His timing. Remember, your pain has a purpose, and your breakthrough is on the horizon. The road may be long, and the challenges may seem endless, but Allah is never far. In your darkest hour, He is closest to you. Your breakthrough is coming, and when it arrives, you will see that every moment of struggle was worth the peace, the strength, and the blessing that follows. Keep believing, keep enduring. The best is yet to come.